Hey, English 102. Welcome to week 1 of our fall semester. Let's get started. So as I explained in your previous video, every Tuesday you'll get a video from me that overviews what you should be doing this week. And this is your week 1 video. So we're going to start right here in our Blackboard page. And we're going to look at our calendar. It's my suggestion that that's what you do every Tuesday. Log into your email, watch my video, look at the calendar so that you can plan for your week and what you need to accomplish. So in our calendar, hopefully you've already had a chance to glance at it. I just wanted to point out that the first page is the assignments overview, which all your major points, due dates, and assignments have been described to you. Then that second or third page is always going to be the information on the most current week. So this is week 1. You'll see listed here the things that you need to do and what's due before Monday. So we're going to go through each of these things. Some of them you've already probably got a chance to do, so that's great. But while I'm here, I also wanted to point out to you that the full calendar is also available to you. So if there are things that you want to preview for the upcoming weeks, you can do that as well. All right, so the first thing that we have for this week is going to be our topic survey. So I did email this out to you with your previous video, so most of you have already taken it, but I'm going to do all the calculations for this on Thursday. So Thursday is our deadline. If you haven't, given us your 2 cents on what you want to concentrate on this semester, please do so by taking that survey. The other things that we have this week are located mostly in our discussion board. So I'm going to go back to our Blackboard page here. All right, so on our landing page, right, you have your syllabus and your calendar and any information you need to contact me. But for the majority of the things that we'll do, the discussion board is going to be your best friend. So you'll see in our discussion board posts that they all have 2 parts. The first part is the discussion board post itself and what you're supposed to do in terms of communicating and discussing things with your classmates. So there will always be something for you to put in the message box, the subject line, and directions on how to reply to each other. Underneath that, you'll always see the materials that you need for the week. So when we look at this one, it says week 1 materials, and that link to take that survey again is the first thing because it was the first thing on our calendar. The next thing though is the video 12 cognitive biases explained. And this is probably one of the most important things that you can do this week in terms of watching this video and really thinking about what it means for you. In English 102, it's a research-based class, but the reality is that we live in 2002. If you want information, y'all pretty doggone good at Googling. What we're going to concentrate in this class on is how to get better information, more reliable information, and then just as important, if not more important, how we as individual researchers and people process that information. So cognitive biases is something that's probably pretty new to most of you. What I ask is that as you watch this quick introduction video, you think about those 12 and try to think of one that you can identify for yourself that you would like to try to get better at avoiding. Okay, the reality is that we're not going to avoid them all, and all 12 of them at once is quite a task, but I want you to see if you can pinpoint one to try to work on eliminating from your process, because that's what this whole first week is about. It's really about self-analyzation, how you collect information, how you process information, where you are now. We have to have a starting point before we can move forward in thinking about being more intentional about how we interact with information that we receive. Beyond that, you have 2 videos to watch that are a bit of a review. One is, or I hope at least they're a bit of a review. One of them is quite long. It's about writing process. When you look at it, it's like the go-to perfect process if you did absolutely everything every time. I don't expect that you do. What I do expect is that when you watch the video that you think, oh, okay, maybe I do this. Or, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I've never tried that. Maybe I want to try that in my process of how I'm putting together information and communicating it to other people. And the last one is, what is rhetoric? The title of this class is Rhetoric and Composition. The rhetoric comes first for a reason. Rhetoric really simply in its most basic form means effective communication. And so we really need to be careful that we are defining it correctly and we know what we're getting into this semester. All right, so when we look back at the calendar, let's see what we did. We talked about our survey, we talked about our video, our syllabus, our wrap-up information. The only thing that we haven't talked about yet is your reading. So by now you should have gotten the textbook Who Says, and all of our chapter readings on our calendar will come from that book. So if you haven't got the book, it's still available in the bookstore. Again, as I said in the earlier video, it's much cheaper on Amazon, but you're going to read chapter 1 this week, which is all about information. So keeping in line with what we're doing and watching our videos and our discussion board, we're thinking about where and how we access information in an intentional way. So again, all about self-analysis this week. All right. And that's about it. We're going to ease into it. We'll jump into our first major assignment next week, but we really want to take this week to kind of wrap our heads around what we know and how we know it before we jump into having those conversations with our classmates and our group members once we get our first assignment. As always, if anything comes up or you have any questions or concerns, please email me. I'll get back to you as fast as I can. I hope you have a blessed week.